What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Casual Marks podcast. We're running through our predictions for WrestleMania Night 1. This is your first time joining us. I'm Jacob the Mark, and with me is my casual big brother, the Bear. We still don't have a soundboard, and we may never have one. But we got a couple of matches to run through. We're going to try to knock this out quick because it's late after AEW Dynamite. And it's a Wednesday, so it's a work night. And we gotta make this fast.
They should make the week before Mania a holiday.
That's what I'm saying.
And the week after.
And every week. Oh my gosh. We are watching on screen R-Truth versus The Undertaker in a casket match in the WWE2K24. Be sure to go get W2K24 and tell them the Casual Mark sent you. I don't think there's a way to tell them that.
Reversal on
Wish we had a code.
God, that'd be awesome.
But I'm mad that R-Truth has a 67 overall.
For real, we're going to boost that up off screen. LWO versus LDF, specifically for LWO, it's Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus LDF, which is Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio of Judgment Day. This is a real just toss-up of people getting thrown into a match.
Yeah, this is
the match showed up all together. I am not emotionally invested in this match, really, at all. Like, even in the slightest. This is a match that I feel like they were like, we really want to have Rey in this match, and Santos, and Dominic. And it'd be cool to have Dragon Lee make his WrestleMania debut. So what if we just put him on in a tag team match, and then we can put it on WrestleMania? I think you said this the other day while we were live covering on SmackDown. This feels like it should have been on the WrestleMania SmackDown.
Yeah. And I thought that it was when I saw the graphic. But, yeah, I agree. It just doesn't seem like it's a WrestleMania build-up type of match. But anytime that Dom does a match, I'm over for it. So.
That's fair. Some of the other members of the Casual Marks team, specifically our shared mother, the Casual Mom, she picked the LWO, specifically Rey Mysterio. And the Casual Baby Mama, she picked LDF, specifically Dominic Mysterio. Where are you leaning on the predictions for this match?
I think that we might get like a little schmoz, like a lot of people are coming out that...
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of people that aren't included in this match, and they're probably not all going to be in the back.
Like Andrade. I think Andrade's going to do something crazy.
I think Andrade's going to be the deciding factor, to be honest. I think he's going to pick one of these two sides.
Yeah. And that's going to be
you got
awesome.
all the rest of Judgment Day, all the rest of Legado del Fantasma, all the rest of the LWO.
I think JD's definitely coming out.
JD Donna?
Yeah, little bobblehead. Because the other two, Damian and Finn, and the tag team, whatever, six-pack tag team match. Yeah, and then Rhea doing her thing. So I think JD's going to come out and help. Andrade will do something. All the other members of LWO and LDF. Kick to the gut. But I think.
I think I'm leaning towards LWO, and I think I'm leaning specifically towards Dragon Lee because I think they're going to be really high on Dragon Lee.
Interesting.
And I'm thinking that I don't think that they're going to do like. I think Dom and Rey and Santos aren't done yet.
Yeah.
So they aren't going to want a decisive win.
I guess that's true.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Andrade cost Dom, and then that's going to turn into its own little feud over on Raw.
I think maybe they might have pivoted a little bit because of like Rey get hurt maybe and stuff
and
like that.
And now he's back in time for Mania, and they're like, nah.
We got such a mask, baby. Dragon Lee's not going to sell the mask by himself. So.
He'll sell some, so let's keep him in the match. I've seen some people predicting that Carlito's going to turn on him. You think there's any chance for that?
No,
I don't either.
Don't see that happening.
Because then that's just the same thing as the Santos.
You know what I could see? Andrade versus Carlito. Now that would be awesome.
Now that's a certified for the freaks match.
Yeah. But I think that the LDF is going to win. I think Dominic is going to beat Dragon Lee.
Okay. So Dom essentially gets his win back from last year's Mania.
At least that's what my fingers are crossed.
Let's go ahead and jump up to our next match. We got Team Jade Cargill. So Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair versus the 3 members of Damage Control. That would be Austin, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai. The rest of the Casual Marks crew is pretty much unanimous with Team Jade Cargill, and I'll be honest, I think I'm right there with them.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm not sure that I see Bianca losing her WrestleMania streak.
Oh, does she have a streak?
Yeah, she's undefeated at WrestleMania.
How many ones is that?
4? 5?
Devastating elbow.
She's up to 27 marks. But regardless, this is Naomi's first Mania back and Jade's debut match with not the Rumble.
Yeah, I don't see Jade Cargill, Bianca losing at all.
Which honestly feels kind of bad for Damage Control because I feel like they need some heat back.
Yeah, they're
they need something.
Merciless ways.
Yeah, somehow truth.
And right now, they got some stuff cooking, but it's not enough. You know, they ain't cooking with oil. They're cooking with charcoal.
And they got out of the casket.
But I definitely think I'm seeing probably Jade herself getting the pin. I think they're going to try to push her over strong.
Yeah, I think I can see that too. Maybe even like messing with Bianca some way or something. I'm kind of upset that they.
I think if Damage Control wins, it's going to be because Jade and Bianca can't work together.
Yeah,
and we're going to try to build up some kind of Jade versus Bianca.
Yeah, they teased that at Royal Rumble, and I thought that was going to be
a little bit.
Thought that was going to be the WrestleMania match, but. You know what I kind of wish? I wish this was like a Fabulous Freebirds Tag Team Championship match type thing.
Like the tag titles are on the line?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
Turn into trios champions.
Fine, man. That's what we all wanted. The women's championship needs something to elevate it. We give them a women's trios champions division.
But, yeah,
are you going with Team Jade?
Yeah, I definitely am. Yeah, I don't see them losing. Even though I do love some Kabuki Warriors.
No, get out of there.
Dakota Kai's there.
And they're able to fight their way out of the casket.
I just don't understand the whole Dakota Kai turning on Bailey and.
But also like siding with her and not. I guess it was a prank.
I was very
maybe it was
forward. Oh, we'll get to that later, I guess. But
yeah, we'll save a little bit of that discussion for the next video when we talk about Io versus Bailey.
But yeah, definitely Jade winning. I think they're gonna push her to the freaking moon.
I do too. Let's go ahead and talk about the tag team ladder match. There's a lot of stuff going on in this.
It's going to be awesome. Is this sponsored by somebody?
Not that I know of.
What was that one that we saw that was sponsored?
Maybe it is this one.
Or was it Obafemi, Josh Briggs, and...
That one is sponsored because it's sponsored by...
No, R-Truth.
It's sponsored by like I don't know, Strikes or something like that, or something like meat. I don't know.
I just couldn't remember. Six Pack. It should be sponsored by
My Card. What are the tag teams? You got Judgment Day, of course.
Yep. DIY or DX.
DIY. Or what are they called now? Regeneration X. The Awesome Truth. The New Day.
Judgment Day.
I already said Judgment Day. And A-Town Down Under.
Yeah, sorry about A-Town Down Under.
I've seen some people think A-Town Down Under may not actually end up making it in. I don't know what would happen. I don't know. Just some rumors going around.
Something could happen on Friday, I guess?
You never know. Maybe even on the night of.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This has been weird with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory lately.
There's some weird stuff going on. I think that team is definitely not going to stick around much longer.
I like them, though. I really like them as a tag team.
I just think one of them's breaking up with the other soon.
Yeah. And maybe we get that as a little one-off, but I like them, though. But I think it's done it for me.
Not a pretty sight.
Now, before we get too sidetracked, let's make sure to mention that Michael Cole on Raw did specifically say that this match will not end until both sets of tag team titles are brought down. Which means I think they're finally doing it. I think we're finally going to split the tag team titles.
I hope.
And I think I've said this every time we've done a prediction video for the last 6 months. But I think this is the time. And I'm hyped.
Just gonna keep running it back.
Eventually, I'm hedging my bets. Eventually, I'll be right.
But yeah, I think it needs it because I hate when it's like they advertise for when the tag team champions are going to be on the other show. And I mean, I get it, but it's like, well, y'all should have tag team champions of your own.
Yeah.
But I hope that they do that. That would be awesome. Can I say my crazy? Well, we have one half of the Awesome Truth on here.
Yeah.
Can I say my crazy prediction for what's going to happen?
Go for it.
I think our Truth is going to think that it's the Royal Rumble, and
you told me this the other day.
He's going to throw everyone out of the ring, and he's going to celebrate with the Miz, and then the Miz is going to be like, "Oh, Truth, we got to get the titles."
Yeah, going old callback to when he came out in the Rumble with the ladder and thought that he had won, or thought he would climb up and win.
And that's classic.
Honestly, I think that's a great moment. That's a great shot. That would be awesome.
But God, I hope they split the titles up.
So are we both in agreement predicting that they will split up the titles?
My heart says yes, but my cynical brain says no.
Well, both my heart and my brain says they're going to. So I'm predicting 2 winners to this match.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm predicting that neither one of them is the Judgment Day.
Really?
I'm predicting one of them is the Awesome Truth.
I am also predicting one of them is the Awesome Truth.
I'm predicting that Raw is the Awesome Truth.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm predicting? I'm predicting that they're going to recreate the way that Otis won the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's going to fall down into R-Truth's hands.
That's going to be how
I think it's going to be DIY and specifically Damian Priest fighting for it in a tug-of-war spot. They're going to drop it and R-Truth's going to finish it.
Do you think R-Truth's going to hit the 5 moves of doom?
Yeah, 100%.
I think so too.
And I think the crowd's going to go crazy for it. But then for SmackDown, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I think New Day is going to win.
I was just thinking
and I think New Day is going to go over to SmackDown to build the division around the New Day.
This one's close
and
to
Big
over.
E's
Can they get him yet into the casket?
I don't know about that. I would love that. I really would. I think that would be awesome because I love Big E.
I'll say it though.
This could be good.
Xavier Woods and Kofi have been putting on some bangers by themselves. I once Big E got hurt, I'm like, well, that's it. Scrap the New Day. It's over.
This one's as good as done.
But they've been carrying it well, and I would really like them to be champions again.
Yeah, I think this would be like their last tag run.
Yeah,
but I think this would be a way to put them over there, let them work with some of the people like, I don't know, Pretty Deadly, for example, as a way to be like, look,
the Wolf Dogs,
maybe the Wolf Dogs. If y'all don't know why we're mentioning the Wolf Dogs, go check out our NXT predictions for Stand and Deliver, and hear maybe a spoiler about my predictions for them. But putting them with some of those people and kind of working with some of the younger developing teams.
Yeah, they could be like the development.
They are the essentially gatekeepers of like, we are the veterans of this younger division.
Right.
And they are boosting up and adding
tag team of all time.
Yeah, they're adding credibility to those titles to boost them up.
I agree.
Those are my 2 predictions.
That'd be really cool. I don't think that.
And then I think that Awesome Truth will get a very short title run.
No, do not emphasize very short. You don't know how long.
I mean, maybe less than a day. Yeah. I think it's very possible that, like, Raw after Mania, they will lose the title.
Well, that's longer than a day.
This is the time.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would, because this is night 1. Yeah. You're right. Okay, so 2 days. 2 days. You're right. So that's fine now.
Yeah. I do think that Awesome Truth are going to win. at least one, just because I think the pop for them is going to go insane.
That's what I'm saying. You know how insane that crowd's going to go when they drop it and R-Truth catches it and realizes he won?
The Twitter, X views are going to be through the roof. The TikTok views are going to be through the roof.
And I'm going to like it a lot more than Otis catching it and going, "Yo, Mandy!"
I don't know. That was pretty awesome, too.
I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one.
But, so I think that's going to be at my for sure one. But the two, that's going to be an interesting one. I can see DIY winning. I don't see A-Town Down Under. I don't see Judgment Day. New Day could do it, though. Who else am I missing? No, I don't see Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
I actually considered them.
I don't see that. I don't know. I just don't really like him that much. Who's the other team I'm missing?
Moves outside. What's the plan here?
Who else have you named?
No Judgment Day. No Tyler.
New Catch Republic.
Right. No A-Town Down Under. Could be the New Day. Definitely the Awesome Truth.
And he has free reign of the outside with no count out.
Are we having a stroke? This is terrible podcasting.
My God. Who else could it be? Another Raw tag team.
Taking a shot from the stairs.
My notes, I didn't write down all the teams.
Oh, no, we're
not.
We're just have to edit this out. That's Googling.
The WWE Universe can't believe what these warriors are doing to one another.
Goodness, now I'm just typing in the wrong stuff. I've been standing in the delivery card.
Being carried around with ease.
A-Town Down Under, New Catch Republic, Awesome Truth, DIY, Judgment Day, and New Day.
How did I just can't count?
And
that's embarrassing.
This one's
and The Undertaker won. I didn't see how
I said DIY. Okay. So I can see DIY or New Day being the other team that wins. And part of me wants
the casket is sealed in this
one. I never would have thought you'd say that.
I never thought so either.
You know who I really would have wanted? The Creeds. Why are they in this match?
Yeah, that was
take out A-Town Down Under.
That was tough. You gotta have somebody take some Creeds' spot. I think
that would have been the Creeds. I think they would have loved to have done that.
Brutus Ball off the top of the ladder.
That would have been so cool.
Alrighty,
next up match we have Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. And this is one that also split the rest of the Casual Marks team straight down the middle. But I gotta first say, I've known that this match was coming since pretty much SummerSlam.
How'd you know?
Because that's when Jimmy cost Jay the match. So we were like, oh, okay, they're going to have a match probably at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And that's one of the pitfalls, I think, of Triple H's booking. Sometimes we can see where the long-term story is going, but we got to get to that point.
Yeah.
So we knew that we had to get to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And getting to WrestleMania proved to be a little bit trickier than we maybe wanted. So we tried to keep them apart for a while. And by the time that we were ready to come back to it, some of that heat had been gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that heat is back.
Yeah, I agree. This is one that I thought like you said, whenever we saw it, I was super excited for it. And now it's kind of like an afterthought. I'm like, oh yeah, they're fighting at WrestleMania.
Finally able to get some offense of his own in.
I don't know. Like, like whenever you're like so hungry and you got your food in front of you, but then you like do something, and then you're just going around and the food's cold, and then you don't want to eat anymore.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel.
You know what it's kind of like? Actually, you may not know what this is super like. I know that you don't DoorDash as often as I do. But some of you sick, nasty, goony freaks in the audience may know exactly what this is like.
This is where DoorDash.
Yeah. Actually, I'm about to absolutely piss on DoorDash. So this is where Uber Eats ads go great. But every now and then, where I work, I have to DoorDash because I don't have time to like leave work, go get food, and get back. So I'll DoorDash and I'll order something that like it sounds great. By the time that it gets to where I work, I get off, clock out for my lunch, get to my office, sit down, it's cold.
Yeah.
And by the time that it's that, or someone stops me and I need to do something else before I can take my lunch, I was hungry. I'm still kind of hungry. I get out my freaking Chick-fil-A fries. I get all my sauce packets out. I get my YouTube video pulled up because I'm a freaking toddler and need the screen time.
I'm the same way.
I get my Peacock video up so I can watch Hell in a Cell 1998 and see Mankind get thrown off while I'm eating. Whatever it is, I dip my fry in there. It's cold.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, now I'm let down. Like, I'm still going to eat it.
Yeah, but it's just not as good as you
I'm still going to eat it. And yes, it's Chick-fil-A, so it's still good. And I know it's going to be good. But I know it was going to be better. It should be better.
You know what's one thing that always gets my appetite back that this match needs?
Goes under the ropes to get back inside.
Rikishi's stink face. Just that big old ass.
Just seeing Rikishi's ass. Yes, dude. My appetite is back. Now I'm starved. Now I'm so hungry. That's why Rikishi should have been the special guest referee.
You're
for
damn
this
right,
match.
and he still might. That's going to be my crazy prediction. One of my crazy predictions is Rikishi's going to come out, and he's going to give him like a good old knock him upside the head. You know what I mean?
Smack their heads together and say, "Come on, guys, let's work together instead." To make sure Roman Reigns retains, and he throws up the one to acknowledge him, and Jey Uso rejoins the Bloodline. Now, prediction-wise, I don't think there's a single chance Jimmy Uso wins this match.
No, I don't think so either.
Even if Solo, The Rock, and Roman come out, I think Jey still wins.
Is this Bloodline rules or is this just?
I think it's just one match.
Oh, okay.
And when he's got that
I know,
but the final boss can.
Yeah, maybe it'll come out soon. I think they're going to be too busy with the main event, so I think it's just Jimmy on his own.
Yeah.
So maybe Solo will come out. That's true. If Jacob and Zilla File 2 come out, then everything's off the table.
And then the Usos will rejoin together to fight the File 2.
I did fantasy book that one time.
But now I think that Jey Uso is going to kick Jimmy's ass, and the crowd is going to be going crazy.
He's looking for something. This could get dangerous.
I'm actually very excited to see that. I think that's going to be a cool thing.
I think toddler wrestlers also.
Yeah, toddler wrestling is going to be really excited to see that.
This is where endurance
are we in agreement? Jey Uso by a mile?
Yeah, Jey Uso definitely.
How many super kicks do you think we're going to have in this match? Over under 15?
Randy Orton is just going to be
fuming. Fuming.
He's going to be so ready to just.
If you took one sip of a standard bottled, glass bottled alcoholic beverage for every alcohol, for every super kick, do you think you would finish your drink by the end of the season?
Yes, 1,000%. I think we're at least going to have. I think we're going to have one of those spots where they super kick each other back and forth and they're just sitting there wobbly, and then another super kick, and then another.
I think we're going to have one of those where it's probably going to be Jimmy. He super kicks him and Jay's refuses to go down, so we just have to keep super kicking. He's
able to sidestep.
And he'll be like, "Oh God, I'm just chugging my drink at this point."
Just a Yabu spot with super
but
kicks.
A super kick. Honestly, you remember we used to make our drinking challenges.
We need to make one.
I think we're gonna have to for each night.
Man.
Yeah, we're getting lit.
All right, next matchup on the docket: Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the IC title.
I could not be more disappointed with this.
Look, let me first say this, okay? I love Gunther. He is on my USPS list, which means he always delivers in the ring.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn is not high on that list, but he is on that list because he's wonderful in the ring.
There's one
so I know this match is going to be good, but it is a match that they...
He's not Chad fucking Gable.
You're right, he's not Chad fucking Gable. And it is something where they could have done this story with it being Sami versus Gunther, and we would have probably accepted it just fine. But they teased that it was going to be Chad Gable.
Yeah, and then they included.
Why did they do that if it wasn't going to be Chad Gable?
Kurt setting it up.
But it's clearly not going to be that now.
That would be crazy if it was.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
If
we're
it
not
was,
at Friday yet, brother.
I mean, you're right. I guess there's still time.
Hold on, brother.
Maybe that'll be it. Sketch will come out and say, "Hold on, just 1 second, brother." But it's just
that would be a cool special guest.
I posted this on TikTok, and I said, this storyline feels backwards.
Yeah.
It feels like it was supposed to be Chad Gable wins the gauntlet, but then feels like he's holding back and feels like he can't get it done. And Sami Zayn is coming up to him and he's like, I don't understand what's wrong. Like, why are you acting this way? Like, what's going on with you? Whole segment where it happens and Chad's like, no, everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. And Sami Zayn's like, I know what's wrong. Chad Gable's like, what? And he goes, you know you still can't beat Gunther. Blah, 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 blah. Eventually, Chad Gable admits he's afraid because he doesn't want to let down everyone, because he doesn't want to see everyone let down, doesn't want to see his wife disappointed again, doesn't want to see his kids cry again, because he's already seen that. He's already let them all down before. Sami Zayn says he already had his WrestleMania moment because he was so hungry and he knew what he had to do, and now he wants to help Chad Gable have his WrestleMania moment. And then he uses that motivation and helps train him, and then Gunther goes after Sami Zayn and takes him out on Raw, so that then we have everything we had on this Go Home Raw, where you get Gunther and Sami Zayn, so you still get the Florida Freaks match,
Yeah.
and then you still get Chad Gable going against Gunther.
You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but then you don't sacrifice this literal storyline that's been going on since around Survivor Series.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned that Sami Zayn is going to be finishing the story.
I'll be honest, I'm not.
You don't think
I think Gunther's going to run shop through him.
I hope so, but I'm just a little worried that he doesn't.
I could see, because of that, like him standing tall over him, that it's like, oh, well, now he's gonna
Gable versus Sami Zayn.
That's the thing. Like, I could see where it's like, okay, because Gunther stood so dominant, he's going to now lose. But Gunther has been such a dominant champion that he's done that to everyone and then still beat them.
Yeah.
So I'm not too concerned about it.
I hope not.
I think Gunther is going to beat them, and I think the reason that they made it with this storyline is because they're like, well, Gable wasn't going to beat him, so why would we make him lose again at WrestleMania? Because everyone would have thought that he was going to win. And then everyone would be really mad that we made him lose again at WrestleMania.
I feel like this is one of those, maybe I'm just in my own echo chamber, but the Daniel Bryan thing where it's like, quit chanting for Daniel Bryan and tell us what you want.
It very well could be. But that's the thing. It's like, all right, they're chanting for Chad Gable, and we're not going to give them Chad Gable. So we shouldn't book him to beat Chad Gable again, because then they're going to be really mad. So let's instead have him beat Sami Zayn. And then at least he didn't pin Chad Gable in front of his kids. And go, right. That seems better, right? And everyone will be like, yeah, I guess. I guess. So I'm going Gunther. And I think Gunther's going to keep holding this title until Ilya shows up and beats him in under 5 minutes.
I mean, yeah. But I want Chad Gable to win so bad.
I do too. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think for whatever reason, Chad Gable has been typecasted as the guy that trains other wrestlers.
Shorty G.
Basically.
This is a hell of a struggle. Just trying to close one.
That makes me very sad for Chad Gable.
So who are you going with for your prediction?
I'm going to go with Gunther, but I'm terrified that Sami Zayn is going to win. I don't want Sami Zayn to win, and I don't think that he will. But Gunther is so good at making other people, making me think that he's about to lose.
That this match is going to have my butthole clenched the whole time.
And it's going to be like, Sami Zayn's going to fucking do it. Because he's like, I know he's going to get hit with a power bomb and a clothesline. He's going to kick out of it and everything like that. But I just feel like we are over the Sami Mania or whatever it was with
I think it was Wrestlemania or something like that.
Whatever.
Wrestlemania. That's what it was.
Wrestlemania. And I don't want him to beat Gunther. I don't want him to be the one that ends the streak.
I get you. Next matchup, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. This is another one that had the rest of the casual marks split up. And
this is going to have ladies of wrestling very busy.
It is. I think this is going to make me sound like a bad mark.
Yeah, it is. I'm already mad at you.
I'm not invested in this match.
I hate you.
Like, Becky
out of the ring. What's next?
Has
in the
you read her
last
book?
No, I haven't read her book. But in the last, like, basically since she lost the NXT championship, I just haven't been all that invested in her.
Being taken apart and
Just,
might be getting a look
I don't know, it just hasn't
you
been hitting
overexposed?
for me. Maybe.
Or is she overexposed?
Maybe. But I don't even think it's that, because it's not like she's being like over pushed or anything like that. I just think that I'm not really all that connected with her.
I really like Becky Lynch, and I really like it even more that she didn't win the Royal Rumble and she won the Elimination Chamber.
I think that was. I remember in our predictions, I said that Bayley was going to win because they needed the conflict to set up her and Io.
Yeah.
And I predicted that Becky was going to win the Elimination Chamber to set up her and Rhea. And I think because I got my predictions right, I'm just feeling a little bit like bored because it's going exactly how I thought it would. So I'm like,
It makes no sense, because if it didn't, you'd be like, they should have done it this way.
No, I get what you're saying. It's the dichotomy of a mark.
And more attacks up there.
But I guess my thing is exactly. I guess my thing is like,
gotta protect that region or the lights can go out fast.
Rhea has been in this weird position where she has been booked too dominant.
Yeah.
Unlike what happens with Gunther, where in his matches he seems at risk of losing everyone, I haven't seen a Rhea match since her match with Charlotte where I felt she was at risk of losing.
I'm trying to think.
It's kind of like with Roman. The last time that I thought he was at risk of losing was where he lost in the tag match to Jay. Well, that was before.
Has Roman been in the match? Who has he fought since?
Well, Logan Paul. I didn't think he was going to lose that.
I did. I thought
you thought he was going to lose Logan Paul? That's true.
One punch.
Wait, not Logan Paul. LA Knight.
Oh, LA Knight. Oh my God, no! I did not think he was going to lose LA Knight.
And they actually escaped.
Yeah, Rhea has just been like so dominant. Like you don't think that anybody.
Boom, right in the button.
So she hasn't even necessarily interacted enough with people on the women's division in the most, like in more recent months, to have opportunities to feel that way.
Yeah, I think that's because she has like been so protected that she's like, I've been thinking she's gonna fight a man for the past year.
Yeah.
And I wish she would have.
I mean, she did fight Akira Tozawa.
Oh, yeah, man.
No telling what's underneath the ring.
I don't know. I've been addicted to saying Booker T. Yeah, man.
You know, I'm always been curious about the versatility of shovels.
But yeah, I thought she was gonna fight a man. I know that they basically put Becky in NXT to keep her away from Rhea.
That's how it felt, at least.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of excited for this match. I think it's going to be good. And if it's not, then I can't wait for Charlotte to come back and win the title back.
That's true. That's true. That's what I'm afraid is going to happen if we'll get to this in episode 2, or I guess part 2 of WrestleMania. If Bayley does win, I'm afraid that it's just going to be like, thanks for holding this title. Charlotte's back now. But, I mean, in terms of predictions, I could definitely see Becky winning it, because Rhea just has been so protected that it's like, okay, we kind of need to restart the women's division.
The wrestling machine.
But I don't know how she's going to lose clean.
Who, Rhea?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like, I just can't see her losing.
I can't either, and I think
the only thing that I can really see is her passing out to a disarmer.
That's going to be like the crazy thing if it does happen. It's just a shock of like, holy crap, Rhea Ripley just lost. When's the last time she even lost? I know she was just a manager.
It's been over a year.
She was just a manager for a long time.
Yeah, because she was working with an injury after she got a concussion.
And that's how she got over, really, was being the manager.
without it
Because
affecting.
I remember that's when she took
she
the
got over,
scoop
but,
slam with Luke Gallows.
Yeah.
Well, because that was
language.
when, scoop slams are my love language. I can't believe they made a shirt out of that. Maybe they did and they just didn't sell it. I don't know. But like,
They are waiting with bated breath for what's to come next.
I can't see Rhea losing. And I don't know if she should. So I think Rhea's going to win. And I don't know if that's going to turn into someone else getting called up or just them having to build up someone else, or maybe just redoing this feud and it being the first of many encounters for him.
I think I could see that this is like the first encounter, which feels weird when it's WrestleMania. I always feel like it should be like the last one. But I could definitely see it being like a multiple legs of this, especially like getting the main event at a PLE.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, I think with the way they've been pushing Becky, the book, and like probably her going on TV shows and like Good Morning America and all that good stuff with Seth and everything, I think it'd look badass with her with the title, and I think that's why she's going to win. But it's going to be shocking though to see, like we talk about this. Nobody's felt like they can beat Rhea Ripley.
I get you. Well, let's get into the main event then. We got The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Is that a co-main event?
I assume so. That's probably how they'll sell it.
And then so
outside the ring now, he has no need to rush.
The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. This is another one that split up the casual Mark crew, and I think this mostly has all fans split up.
This match is going to be...
It's a hard one to predict.
Yeah.
Because there are so many different ways they can go about it. I've seen some people
anxious about this whole like the tag team match and then the night 2 main event. I don't know why I feel just because I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like a lot of times I have a decent idea of what could happen, but like you were just saying, there's so many options.
I've seen some people saying like Seth could turn on Cody.
Yeah,
some people saying The Rock could turn on Roman.
Yeah, that's like what he whispered to him or whatever. Yeah, I've seen that too.
And if The Rock is turning on Roman, is that to set up Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 41? Because that would be a huge match.
That would be.
But then again, The Rock told, or Roman said on his A&E biography, that as soon as he lost the Universal title, he was done. He was gone from WWE. He was going to be done with wrestling.
I wonder if he's really going to do that, though.
I don't know. That's the thing. Could it be that he's saying that, but then that would be that because his family turned on him, that he can't be done?
I am concerned. Good Lord. I am concerned about Seth Rollins talking about his plan B on Raw.
That there's always a plan B.
And that's what he said
right before turning on the Shield.
Yeah.
So is he turning on Cody? But why would he turn on Cody? And surely after everything that happened at the end of Raw, he wouldn't turn on Cody to side with the bloodline.
He's just siding for himself. He wants to be Seth 2 belts.
I guess that's possible, but it's like he said
what's better than Becky holding a belt? Seth and Becky holding 3 belts together.
And this might not have
I guess, but it's like he said to Drew, he's not dead yet.
This could be over.
But I don't know. I fantasy booked it to where Cody and Seth win night 1. Seth loses night 2. Cody wins night 2. And then Seth gets mad. He's like, I was there for you and you weren't there for me. Or something like that.
I could see that. I think regardless of what happens on night 2, it doesn't matter. Night 1, in order to create the most adversity, I guess how you would say that word?
What a punch!
For both Cody and Seth, Rock and Roman win.
Well scouted reversal there.
I think that is the best way if Roman is going to lose to set up Rock versus Roman. to be like, I did everything for you. Like The Rock, especially if The Rock pins one of them, and then it's like, I did this, I helped you, I did everything I could, and you still lost this title for our family.
This doesn't even look like
trying to win a match. But I guess this is the tricky thing, and we can get into this more in Night 2's video, but
it's hard to not get into Night 2 with this match.
Yeah, it is. It's so tricky. That's the thing, like,
this at WrestleMania
where Night 1 directly impacts Night 2.
Yeah. I guess the only thing would be like was that WrestleMania when Bret Hart and Griffiths were in it? Or was that?
That was WrestleMania, but that was only one night. That was the start of Night 1. But,
showing why he's a wrestling machine, Olympic gold medalist. And I don't see
where was I going? Anytime soon. Oh. If you do that, you're making Roman the babyface.
True.
Is that the direction that they would want to go?
I don't want to see a babyface.
Just rubbing
I don't know. Maybe. Because look at how good. Look at how well the crowd has been responding to what The Rock's doing as a heel right now.
Yeah.
But then again, we're talking about at least a year out.
Yeah. But, I mean, everybody talking about how The Rock's, like, such a heel and they hate The Rock. And then yet The Rock, the music hits, and that crowd...
On Raw in Brooklyn, they were going bananas.
They've done it every time that The Rock has come on out. It's just... Rocky. And then it's like, wait a minute, he's a bad guy.
And then The Rock goes, shut your mouth, idiots. And they go, oh, boo. And The Rock goes, Cody Rhodes. And they go, ooh. And The Rock goes, I'm going to kick your ass. And they go, yeah. And The Rock goes, what? Why are they cheering?
Ouch.
But, yeah, this is...
genuinely insane.
Yeah, it's insane to see The Rock. I never thought that I would see a heel Rock again.
I didn't think it was something The Rock would ever be willing to do.
Yeah, especially with the way his, like, career and everything's going in Hollywood. Like, The Rock's not looked at as, like, a heel. This was a freaking banger of a match.
It was. I'll be honest, I just can't see them losing Night 1 unless The Rock turns on Roman.
I think if The Rock
that's the only way I can see it. But then
Night 1, that kind of ruins Night 2.
That's what I'm saying. And because if that happens, then will people be rooting for Roman to win?
That's a good point.
And would they be willing to risk that?
Have a rare double turn, and then Cody Rhodes has become
the heel. Like, that's what I'm saying. I just don't know if they'd be willing to risk it.
But like, if The Rock,
so I think you have to have Rock and Roman win, and then a Bloodline rules in Night 2.
Is the tag team match Bloodline rules, or just regular tag team? Did I already ask that?
Regular.
Okay. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting.
So who are you going with for your prediction?
I don't know. I'm so torn.
It's a hard one.
I think that the only way that Roman loses, though, is if it's not Bloodline rules.
Unless in Bloodline rules is when The Rock turns on him.
Yeah.
But then again, do you really want to end Roman Reigns' streak on someone costing him the title? Or, you know what?
I was going to say
let's save this discussion for episode 2. Because I've got something to pitch to you.